Okay, so today I want to try and do a video about universal health care coverage in America and abortion. And what inspired me to do this video was watching TV today and seeing coverage of the pro-life rally in Washington, D.C. to commemorate the 40th anniversary of Roe v. Wade. And I just found myself wondering how many of those people would be marching on Washington to protest the fact that we don't have universal health care in the United States. And I find it very ironic that a lot of so-called social conservatives that claim to be pro-life and want to see abortion outlawed are also people who think that universal health care or government interference in health care systems is a horrible idea. And it reminded me also of an article that I read online by a woman who was pro-life. And she had been raised in the United States, you know, and ended up emigrating to Canada for work as an adult. And at first she was dreading universal health care. And then she got pregnant, and she found herself being grateful for the fact that they had universal health care, and it made her think about how if we had universal health care in the United States, easier access to birth control and better access to prenatal care, and not having to worry about medical insurance for your children, which parents have to worry about unless you happen to be low income, and then of course you have a lot of other things to worry about paying for. But her thought was that people who are pro-life should be in favor of universal health care because it's just one less thing that a pregnant woman has to worry about. And of course they do offer Medicaid coverage for pregnant women in the United States if you are in a low-income household, but not everybody is in a low-income household. And her thought was that prenatal care, and then obviously care for the child and the mother after a baby is born is very expensive. And she felt like if we had universal health care here, not only would it mean fewer unplanned pregnancies, but it would also mean fewer women seeking abortion, both because of the decreased worry about medical care during pregnancy after the baby is born, and also, of course, better access to birth control. And I really agree with that. And that's why I just don't understand how we can have so many people who claim to be pro-life and yet they don't understand the logic of having universal health care. And of course, we don't have a free market for health care as it is in America. If you're very old or very poor, or if you're a child and your parents are low income, then you have access to medical care. So obviously we see the value in the government, mandating some kind of minimum standards for health care, and I just don't understand why we don't do that for everyone. It just seems like it causes a lot of problems. And then I'll close this with one last little anecdote from when I used to work for a private medical insurance provider, and I had a lady call me one time and ask me if we covered abortion, and I said no. She asked, well, but you'll cover prenatal care if I don't have the abortion. It's like, yes, well, we have to by law. And she didn't understand the logic in us not covering abortion, which is a relatively inexpensive procedure, versus covering prenatal care, which is much more expensive. And of course, from a financial standpoint, it didn't make any sense. And I'm sure we wouldn't have covered prenatal care if we possibly could have gotten out of it, but law mandated that we cover it. And I don't know, it just really demonstrated to me how the prohibitive costs of medical care could encourage people to have an abortion. You know, especially, you know, as a woman, you're talking about, you know, lost wages from time off work and, you know, just all sorts of other expenses that go along with having a child that don't even fall under the medical category. It just seems like, you know, as a society, if we're going to truly consider ourselves to be pro-life, then we should support universal health care. So that's just my opinion. Thanks.